I'm back. Oh man, it is great to be back up here. Holy cow, is it great to be back up here. So, a couple things. Well, obviously they would be my low, my high, my active kindness. My low is I really wanted to jump in the water and start off the videos like I was doing at the end of last year and in that one video I posted yesterday on Facebook. But I go outside, swim trunks and towel in tow, and like a cold breeze like just blew by me. I'm like, nope. So quickly put this outfit together, and then there was the added nonsense of like trying to adjust the camera. So, because here's the thing, normally when I did these videos, I'd walk like back and forth like from my dock, but honestly, it's not that it got exhausting, but like I had to switch my arm every time my hands got tired. Like I could never get a consistent shot on my face. Honestly, the format I had back in my apartment's better. But how do I bring that here? And then I thought, wait, I have two outdoor chairs that are just appropriate. Oh, here's the thing. Right now, my phone is being held up on a chair by a shoe. It's literally laying behind a shoe. One of my shoes. So, for those of you who are grossed out by feet, good news, you can't see my feet right now. I mean, all I gotta do is like lift up one of my feet and lift up one of my legs and you'll be able to see my feet. But I know some of you guys are grossed out by feet. I also know that there's a collective on the internet that adores feet. I don't know which of my audience is which. So I think I'll just keep things ambivalent and just keep ambiguous and keep the feet below camera level. I mean, listen, this is the talent. We keep the camera on the talent. Like, this is the talent. If you can't see my feet, that's not a big deal. So, there we go. Plus, honestly, considering that the format's usually, like, the wall of my apartment, I would think gazing upon a clear blue sky, the nice calm waters of Cuckoo Lake behind me, some of the hills on the other side of the lake behind me, you know, with the trees and green leaves and stuff. I think this is a better view for you guys. That way, even if you get tired of looking at my ugly ass, you can at least see something pretty behind me. So yeah, I'm thinking of you guys, you know, I'm doing that. So, yeah, figuring out how I was gonna get this set up, that was my low. My high was, well, it's being up here. Like, this is my second home. You know, considering the winter that I've had. Oh, don't get me wrong. There were some good things, to be sure. You know, the holiday season, birthdays, and, you know, we had crazy, bizarre weather, both good and bad. But it was actually a rather mild winter. But there were also some not so good times during this winter. You know, obviously the loss of my grandma is the big one. But through it all, I was able to persevere because, you know, I surrounded myself with people in my life who lift me up rather than bring me down. You know, I have my family, obviously, and then there are my friends who have become like second family to me. You guys know who you are. So, considering everything that's happened, being up here feels like the most right thing to do. It feels the most right. And my only regret is we had to wait till Memorial Day weekend to open up. Because there were, like, here's the thing. Like, throughout the winter, there's, actually, you know, let me do my act of kindness before I continue. My act of kindness was, I helped my dad put the boat in yesterday. Did that, cleaned up the cottage a little bit, did some vacuuming, put up some of the furniture indoors. What else did I do? That's really bad. So I did several things. Oh, I also brought up some stuff for the lake. You know, I mentioned this before, but I got, you know, water and soda for the lake. I also got, You know, some condiments we'll have for down the line, you know, like ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, relish, ranch dressing, oil. I got oil, vinegar, salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, Lipton onion soup mix from when my mom makes Lipton onion soup dip, boxed chicken noodle soup because my mom likes making that for my nephews whenever they're up here, beef and chicken bouillon cubes. Yeah, I got a lot. I definitely brought a lot up here. And honestly, just waiting to spend the evening with my dad, that was also part of my high, for sure. Just, oh, fire was on me. Oh, well, I got it off, though. Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes being out here, I'll have to deal with, bugs. Not that, that's a problem. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of bugs, but I don't hate them either, so, well, I usually don't hate them. I mean, I will admit I am guilty of the occasional squashing of the bug, but, you know, I've definitely been okay with, like, leaving bugs where they are, especially if they were outdoors and simply not bothering anyone. Anyway, I was getting into the topic of, considering the winter I had, being up here was what I needed. My only regret is that, you know, we couldn't come up here sooner because that's usually when we don't come up here. Come to think of it, I don't know. I mean, I get why we wait till Memorial Day weekend to start coming up here when I was a kid. Because summer was literally right around the corner. Not to mention Memorial Day weekend is usually a 3 to 4 day weekend for students. So it made sense that you could be up here possibly for, you know, 3 full days if you really wanted to. Because, you know, you're on school Monday. But now, I mean, considering that my mom is going to retire soon, maybe that'll change in the coming years. I don't know. There's a lot to consider. There really is a lot to consider. But the one thing I don't need to consider is I'm here now. I'm here. This is easily the best seriously, like, no kidding. My neck is stiff. I would still say I had the best night's sleep in a while. I'm not kidding. Like, this was the best night's sleep I've had in quite a while. And, you know, what better first video up here at Cuca Lake than a day like this? I mean, listen, like obviously I don't know what the weather's going to be ahead of time, but I do know, like, a couple hours from now it's going to get, like, really cloudy. It's going to be in the 80s, but it's going to be really cloudy. The fact I'm doing this video right now is perfect. This is what this is the sort of video I would like to do for the first video I do every year when I'm up here. Just like a nice quiet day. You know, it's, you know, really the only sounds you hear are the sounds of nature for the most part. I mean, sometimes you'll see like a boat drive by and stuff like that, and maybe some water skiing. I don't know. I mean, listen, the day is still young, and you'd be surprised how early people get up to make sure it's calm enough for them to do the things they want to do up here. But man, it's beautiful to be up here. And hey, you know what? I'm actually kind of digging this format. I mean, listen, don't worry. I'll still do the whole panoramic shot of the water behind me. Don't worry, I'll always do that. But, like, again, if you're tired of looking at my ugly ass, just look at what's behind me. That's gotta be substantially better. So, last night I spent the evening with my dad, waiting for him to go out to dinner, and we knew we needed at least a couple other things. Nothing major, like, we need to get milk, half and half, for my dad, because my dad gets coffee. Oh, that's another thing I also brought up. I also brought up sugar. We got some chocolate for each of us. That was really about it. We also went to dinner. So I finally took my dad to the Cuca restaurant in Penn Yan, which, if you don't know, I've stated that it is one of Cuca Lake's very best. In fact, I actually know the owner of the Cuca restaurant very well because he also happens to own the Switz, which I also went to last night, which Man, it is great seeing the Swits again. Just people being out and about with a DJ playing, dancing. It's just a lot of fun. I mean, again, right now, the only thing I'm legit sad is I didn't jump in the water, and I'm not going to, because it's just too, like, if it was about maybe 10 to 15 degrees hotter, and I really would be on the verge of sweating if I was out here for much longer. I'm going to wait until the weather gets a little more consistent, and then the water gets a little warmer. Also, full disclosure, when I did yesterday's video, the reason why it took me so long to get back to the camera, we don't have our ladder in. Our ladder's right over there. Actually, I can never tell if I'm holding the camera correctly when I do that, but yeah, that's where ladder. Oh, it's on the feet right there. Hey, who cares? It's not, I mean, it's not really around screen for very long. So, actually, you can see the end of the week, needs me a little bit too. Man, I can hear people out and about behind me, but the water, for the most part, is still pretty calm. It's great. I mean, I'll tell you what, though. There were definitely a lot of cars I saw coming up here when I was helping my dad get the boat. And yeah, because what happens is the boat's already at Morgan Marines in Penn Yan. So my dad drives the boat back here. It's my job to drive my dad's truck and the with the boat trailer attached. Basically, I bring the trailer back here. I meet my dad. I meet my dad here, and I also tried getting started on setting up a few things, vacuuming and stuff, setting up furniture. Basically, anything I had to do to, for eventually when more and more people start coming up here, which I would. I mean, that's the one problem with my grandmother dying. Oh, it's not the only problem, but the problem currently right now is the big get-togethers we had were pretty much predicated on, my grandfather's still alive. We could bring him up too. But, like, without my grandma, it's just going to be different. It's just really going to be different. And, I mean, listen, it's easy for me to say that change isn't good or change isn't easy, but this is one of those cases where that really couldn't be more true. Because this is not an easy adjustment. I mean, listen, it's also easy for me to say that people die every day, and we all have to adjust to that at some point. But knowing that and actually doing that are two different things. So, for sure, this summer going to be vastly different than in previous years. The one silver lining is that no matter what happens, Cuca Lake is always going to be here. Not just not just the cottage that we have, but literally Cuca Lake in general. Seriously, Cuca Lake was formed during the Ice Ages. This place is millions and millions and millions of years old. It was here long before I was born. It's going to be here long the hell after I'm gone. So that was always the one. That was always the one thing whenever we stopped coming up here at the end of the summer, in very early fall. It's sad that we had to stop coming up here, but Cuca Lake's not going anywhere. Which in a lot of ways is good for me because I know how to get up here by heart. It would suck if, one day, out of the blue, I followed the exact route to get up here and then Cuca Lake is gone. That's not going to happen, though. Well, it shouldn't happen. You would need, a continental tectonic shift of great magnitude for something like that to happen. But it won't. It shouldn't. And at the moment, all we can do now is just take things one day at a time. And so, I plan on doing that. Should be a pretty exciting night for me tonight. Claudia Hoyes is she's gonna be playing up at point of bluff over somewhere behind me on the other side of the lake. And then tonight at the Swits, she's going to be playing there too. I won't really be able... I mean, here's the thing. Theoretically, I actually could go to both concerts if I really want to. I have to miss church, and it would be a lot of driving. Well, actually, I wouldn't miss church. I'd have to miss going to church at 4 o'clock in Bath. But then again, I could go to church at 5 in Penn but I wouldn't be able to get myself any dinner. Because after church at 5, it'd be at 5:30 in Penn, so I have to haul it back to the Swits as soon as church gets out at 6:30. It would just be a lot to do. It would just be a stupid amount of stuff to do. It would be doable. I mean, honestly, I plan on seeing her at the Swits. That's what I'm going to do. So, that's definitely my big plan for this evening. But in terms of, like the beginning of being up here, I really couldn't have asked for a better day. You know, went back to the Cuca restaurant last night, which, I mean, had French onion soup and prime rib. You know, again, it's one of Cuca Lake's very best for a reason. Went to the Swits last night. It was great seeing people out and about dancing and stuff. Gonna be doing that tonight, too. I mean, what can I say? I'm just so happy to be up here. Like, this is exactly what I need. I also realize this format is potentially very scary. For me. Not for you. You guys are perfectly safe where you are watching this on your whatever screen you're watching this from. Like, seriously, it's possible you get so excited. It's, like, the water is literally right by, like there's barely like a foot in between, like, where my chair ends and, like, the dock ends. I really could get excited and fall backwards right into the water. I mean, I'm not going to. That's actually why I'm hunched over the way I am, so I don't fall for that. But, I mean, it'd be funny and it would make for great content. But, no. That's not going to happen today. Actually, it is starting to get a little warm. Let me take this off real fast. Much better. Yeah, I'm wearing a pink shirt. Guess what? Real men actually wear pink. Actually, let me get behind it. Ooh. Hey! Cool. Landed safe and sound. Yes, I'm wearing a pink shirt. Got a problem with that? Real men actually wear pink. And since I'm a grown man, I qualify. So, yeah. Man, I'm happy to be up here. Okay, I should probably end this up before I actually get too excited to fall in. So, as I promised, let me, oh, I forgot there's the bright light behind me. Okay. So I hope y'all like this video. If you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on social media. As always, I am very humble in this video for all of you guys watching. Enjoy for today. I'm hopefully y'all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Saturday. Happy Saturday, everyone. And remember, if any of you guys want to talk, I'm always going to be here to lend you. Always be back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby. We're back, baby.